Hello, my name is Tyria Carr, and this is a presentation about the contributions of the NRDC, also known as the Natural Resource Defense Council. The Natural Resource Defense Council is a coalition of attorneys, scientists, environmental specialists, and other volunteers that dedicate their time and expertise to confront the climate crisis, protect wildlife and wild spaces, and ensure people's access to clean air, water, and environments. Founded in 1971 by a group of law students and powerhouses in the environmental health law circuit, the NRDC currently is spearheaded by a board of trustees comprised of multi-talented people of interdisciplinary expertise. The main focus areas that center effecting positive change for the NRDC include climate change law, equity and justice endeavors, human health action, and nature and wildlife protection. Environmental focuses include air pollution, especially in areas populated heavily by people of color and other vulnerable populations, and access and distribution of zero-emission transportation, amending outcomes of freight pollution and other mitigating action, access to clean water and air, protecting wildlife and lands, advocating for interventions that protect food and agriculture from malicious substances such as pesticides and fertilizers. Their approach includes, again, protection of food and agriculture through mitigating and protective interventions with substances like pesticides and fertilizers and other chemicals that could potentially harm the environment and the inhabitants, as well as transportation interventions for renewable energy and consistent advocacy for clean air and water. Target populations include low socioeconomic populations in low-income areas, and environment, as well as the environment and well-being of land, air, and sea. The Natural Resource Defense Council is a coalition of attorneys, scientists, environmental specialists, and other volunteers that the NRDC's impact The NRDC's impacts have been many and widespread. They include the 1971 Clean Water Act, the effective advocacy for increased SNAP benefits during the COVID pandemic, as well as aiding in the Self-Employed Women's Association of India in their effort to grow their relationship with clean solar energy, as well as the initiation of the Strong, Prosperous, and Resilient Communities Challenge, that ensures an investment in infrastructure and community, including housing, transportation, and cultural preservation, as well as advocating and succeeding in getting Dollar Tree to carry fresh groceries, making it far more available for low-income families. Challenges include the current administration's efforts to undermine the decades of work done by the NRDC. This includes Pennsylvania's RGCI issues, as well as the resurrection of the Keystone XL pipeline in Alberta, Canada. More challenges include providing clean and healthy food resources in the face of increasing climate change and the scarcity that it induces, and creating accessible pathways toward pro-environment transportation. Recommendations would include continuing to prioritize sustainability and green efforts, especially since 2012, the NRDC has been responsible for a 31% decrease in carbon emissions, a 32% decrease in water consumption, and a 27% decrease in landfill waste. Continuing to prioritize the health and well-being of vulnerable populations by centering the needs of vulnerable communities and collaborating with those community leaders to ensure effective